Well, on today's episode, is that code P0768 solenoid D, electrical shiz going on there. So I pulled the transparent. Fluid was basically black. Cleaned her all out nice. And, kind of let her drain there for a little while. We got the new filter gasket, and I think I have enough fluid. I got the gallon there, as well as 2 extra quarts just in case. Kind of hoping this is due to just the fluid being as dark as it was. I'm assuming it hadn't been changed in a while. So, throw new fluid in it, new filter and gasket. I have a valve body on the way just in case. The reason I think I'm getting the solenoid D code is after I had messed with the rims, I sprayed the engine down with degreaser and a power washer. It wasn't until I drove it to work the next day, drove there fine. I went to go to lunch and check engine light was not shifting. So from what I understand, the transmission went into a fail-safe mode to not blow it up. So I had it towed back to the shop here. We're going to flush it and give it a new filter. If not, the belt body is on its way. So after some head scratching, here I am. Idea for testing harness is, got my little clamp, alligator clamp there. I'm going to use a whatchamacallits focus, one of them guys. Go around the probe so you can just, and then, so these are all our solenoids underneath, which we will get to. I mapped out the pinouts. That is pin 2 and 8, and then for the rest of them it will be pin 1. This is the power. I've written down all these solenoids. I think I'm going to make myself a little table here on my readouts, and same with up here. I'll make myself a little table for my readouts. Numbers here. They all look good except for EV3, which is shift apply, I believe. That one was a little bit low, 52 ohms. The rest of them tested fine. So now I will throw the filter on. We'll get the hammer down lower so you can see what I'm doing, and start the fill process. Oh wow, I would say I had to be pretty fortunate. Oh, there's a diode there. Well, hopefully I didn't just corn that all up. Oh boy. Oh no. Seal does not want to come out. We will remedy that. Oh, other way. We are going to need to pop on my camera so I can get a nice shot of this numberage here. Oh, that's fucking dirty. No problem. Uh-oh. This is not the correct tool to be doing this with. But it worked. Wow. Thirsty.
Yeah.
I guess that's supposed to go right up in there. Still decent. That went like these. Oh. Click. Click. Okay. Okay.
That always made me wonder if a quarter turn was enough, you know?
Right? Especially on a ceiling surface.
And then the plug goes in it.
Nope. Well, yeah, but I think we have to leave it off first. Oh, come on now. Oh, no, there it is. Yep. Okay. And this goes through. Oh. Ouch. goes like this. Bring you into my little world here. Fucking charger makes. One off. Now, grab the 13 millicheater. Now, yep, pretty sure I just broke that fucker. Oh no, no, we're good. Huh. Well, I'll be dipped. So, we are going to actually need to go get my test notes. I'm going to connect pin up one first. We got 4 and 6 being our very low ohm solenoids. The rest of them should test anywhere from 55 to 65 ohms. So, we are on numero uno. We will test numero 3, which is right behind. Got 62. That's good. They're on to EV2, which will be 4. And we are 61.5, which is good. And just for the record, I have yet to test the actual solenoids themselves. I did have the trans pan and filter off. What was that, yesterday? However, I was afraid of breaking the actual harness and causing more damage not having parts on hand. So I will wait to do that until this coming Thursday when the valve body should be in. So we're down to EV3, which is the 5 pin. Four. Open. Open. That's what I'm doing right now. So we need to switch to 20K. And she's open. Open. Yep, open. 7. Yeah. Well, I can't see because of the sun. We got 62 there. 62.4. Open. Okay, that's all I needed to know. So the plan Wait till Thursday. We will tear into this again. And I will be replacing the valve body. So the valve body comes with valve body, solenoids. I believe they're new, and a new harness. So I have 3 things going for me. I suppose I better get another filter. Make sure it's all, you know, flushed out rather nicely. And yeah, we'll go from there. It'll help me sleep at night, knowing it is, you know, it is more than likely an electrical issue. Replacing some parts is going to remedy this. Something new. Specifically a VW. So that'll help out a little bit with the old keepers right on up in there. Oh, come on, come back to me. Hex V2 Rostec. Comes with DOS USB dongle. Fairly straightforward installation. Click some buttons, download some shits, and you're all gravy. So yeah, I have the laptop out with me in order to, you know, check to see if we fixed shit or if I just wasted my time yet again. Let's see. Guy really doesn't have much room to work in here, so that, and I couldn't find, to save my life, a proper sequence on how you go ahead and torque these guys. So we're gonna go ahead, so we're maxed out there. We are gonna go at it in the middle first. Come on there. There she be. Look here. Okay, go all the way over here. Okay, so that one did. We're gonna come around and do this guy. Come on. Okay. There's that. And then we'll go on. Okay. There. Definitely do not want 2 seals up in that guy. Okay. Got all of our clips clipped in. This was kind of a pain in the arse. The old guy, I mean, you got a 10 mil fastener in there and you gotta pull her out. Fortunately, I was not reusing this harness, so I didn't have to be too gentle. I end up ripping it. So, just a little tip there if you're trying to save this guy. Be very, very gentle. And actually go out and get the special tool. It's a slotted guy that just, and then you pop that out, and I broke a. So not all of them broke, but that little doodad broke there. I ripped this guy clean in half, and yeah, so that guy broke. It's got a little O-ring in there, and there's your 10 mil. So just something to look out for. Alright, now that we're not on the floor anymore, I'll show you these little metal guys there. Actually have to reuse, so don't just throw your gasket away. Pretty easy, they just pop out. No specific orientation, just pop them out, pop them in. Helpful little hint here, it is tapered. And that's all she wrote. We're good to go. Hold one in there. Actually. The new old one, I should say. Ain't got but like 2 hours on drive time. Okay, I guess we'll go rinse the pan out right quick. See that guy, somewhat, yeah. Calm down up there. Just take me a nylon brush and kind of give her a little scrubbing. Don't get too clean because it just clean this all out. But in case there's any nasties, get it suspended in the fluid and hopefully just drained right out. So now, just go right on like so. Beauty. A little bit of oil. Nice to see it there. Get some on the seal there. Okay, next step. Okay, little doodles and doodleettes. This is a make or break moment right here. Kinda, part of it. I'm gonna fucking need to seal up a little bit. Give it a little how you doing. Well, how you doing there? The transmission oil. Yeah. So we want to go dry into a hole. There she be. There she be. So now we got yeah, like that. Probably should have cleaned that. Yeah, we'll take the time. Got nothing but it. Nothing but it. And wipe down our sealing surface here. Doo-doo-doo-doo, Inspector Gadget. Doo-doo. Go Gadget, go. Okay, so now you get back here. Oh, you hear some grit there. That's true grit. Oh, get on there. You stay. Okay, and then shake, and then bake. Oh. Okay. Okay. Come on. I know you're there. Yeah. So crazy. There it is. Come on. We are golden. So now you take your thingus and you plug her up in the hole there. Yep, it's like that. Very, very gentle now, because it is plastique. If you force it, you'll strip it like I almost did getting it out. So don't do that. There. Yep. No super torques on that, you'll fucking regret it. Come on. Get on in there. Ooh, she is gritty with sand. Oh well. That's fine. Give this guy a little snugging, a little hug snug. Not super tight, but just snug. Yeah. That's nice. We're gonna totally not fill from this port, and we'll just fill from the top here. Heater level again. Oh. That little sensor there? Yeah, there is a 10 mil fastener that holds it on, and we just pop it right out. And oh boy, I should have not put that back on there. Okay, no worries, no worries. Just move that guy to the side there. You actually don't even need to disconnect it, because the whole thing will just pop right out. And then there is our fill port. All right. Getting any leaks? Not so far. Down for a hot second. Pissing oil out. Going good. just gonna go for broke and throw it all in there. So now is just the reassembly bit. Okay. Okay, wish me luck. Here we go. I think we did anything. Something still seems fucky with me. Maybe I'm just low on fluid. No leaks. Leaks. Good. Oh boy. Oh. I got a little early just to see. Y'all, so I got my monitor thingamajig on, definitely up to temp. So I wanted to show you guys a little issue I'm running into. Watch it not be able to recreate it or it just blows up. Gonna try her this way again. So we're gonna throw it in drive. It's gonna fucking slip like a bitch. See, there it goes. Something's just not right there. Holy. Something's locking up on me. Okay. So it seems to be too hydraulic that's getting me in trouble. Wonder why. So like I said in the Act 2 portion, the last part of it was going to be a little bit choppy. I did the best I could to make it all kind of work. However, so the issue I was having, you put it in drive, get going down the road, first gear, and then second or first to second would try and happen, and then it would act like it was slipping. Like you'd go forward a little bit. What I think is happening was it was trying to apply it was working against itself. It wasn't allowing first to come out and second to shift, is what I think. So to remedy this, I had to take the pan back off, and I end up having to take the remanufactured valve body off of the transmission. I went to the bench, had both valve bodies side by side. I couldn't really see any distinguishing differences. So I Frankensteined them together. I tested and found 3 bad solenoids on the old valve body. So I took the corresponding solenoids from the new valve body, made sure they tested out right, and then I swapped them onto the old one. From there, I put it back onto the car. I reused the newer harness that I just put on, and I think I even reused the a good portion of the fluid from having to redo it, because I had it wasn't all the way clean yet, but it was flushed enough to where I felt okay about reusing it. It still looked pretty muddy. So after all of that, I did the fill procedure again. Put the fluid in, let it come up to temp 35 Celsius, I believe, and drain out some of the fluid. And it's been, the transmission has been running fair ever since. I mean, it hasn't completely left me stranded. There is still an issue with first to second. I've noticed that only like under very mild acceleration, and it seems to happen when it is warmed up, so I'm assuming that's probably a worn valve, something worn in that valve body. But it I mean, shifts through all the gears just fine. I did the relearn thing where you push the gas pedal to the floor for 5 seconds, or there's a sequence you got to do for that, and it puts the TCM into a relearn mode. So you have to do that whenever you do any work on these transmissions, as far as removing valve body or changing solenoids or yada yada yada. It relearns how to shift. You saw that I had to, well, you saw I end up putting 2 filters in that. The first time, that was just a fluid change just to see, because that was looking up what I the issues that I was having, because the car was stuck in third, which is the fail-safe limp mode. It'll third mechanical, I believe, and that's so the transmission doesn't destroy itself more. So for that particular issue, they said most common would be filter change, trans fluid change. It may be a little bit low, yada yada. That wasn't necessarily my case. It was definitely an electronic solenoid failure. Now, ironically, I sprayed the car down. I degreased it before this had all happened. So it's like, oh yay, awesome. Back on the road, and we'll get her cleaned off, because there's more stuff I gotta do to it, and it would be nice not to be all greasy. And I think I shot myself in the foot doing that. I will, I'll probably do a follow-up video on this, showing the vehicle operating as it should, and I'll connect up the computer as well, so you can see the shifts in the corresponding gears and yada yada. It's been a heck of a learning experience. Yeah, I definitely yeah, it's been fun. We'll just keep it at that.